Hey Anonymai, welcome to a long overdue coin show video. I'm here with Junior. Say hey, Junior.
Hi.
We went to a coin show today. We haven't gone as much this year just due to busyness and having a baby and scheduling conflicts, but we were able to go this month and it was a lot of fun. So as most of you know, Junior's been working on his Jefferson Nickel Dansko album, and it includes proof issues from 68 forward. And then it goes back, obviously, to the beginning of the series in 1938, all the way through. When does it go through? Does it go through the? Goes through the 05 and 06 special years with the new issues before it flips to the new normal issue in 2006. Anyway, this goes through 05. And so he's got a lot of nickel collecting to do, and his goal is to do it all in BU, so he's not looking for any junky coins at all. So what did you find today, Junior?
I'll start with the more boring stuff. I got this big bass token. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, and Junior, he's 10, and so he's still a kid. And when he goes around to the shows, a lot of the dealers are excited to see kids. And if they have medals like this, it's not a coin, but if they have a medal that really doesn't hold any value, they'll flip it to a kid if it excites them and gets them excited about collecting. What else?
This is a cool toned 1903, isn't it? An Indian cent?
Yeah, 1903 Indian head cent.
I like its shading.
It's pretty rough, but he sort of liked the color. So there you go. That was a freebie, right?
Yeah. Well, no, not really.
Oh, okay. Came out of a dollar bin or something.
Then I got my nickels. So this is a 1951, I think.
Yeah, he needed a 51S for his set.
B.
And he did well. He got a pretty nice one here. It looks great. Good mint state coin.
This is a 1962D.
62D. Strike's a little soft, but it's definitely BU. That's kind of typical for a lot of the 1960s high production years.
A 1964P.
Yeah, I really liked the color on this one. Had a little bit of a blue poking through. Very common year, but it's actually kind of a condition rarity if you find a super good one. This one is not that. This is just a great album coin.
I have a 96S.
He's trying to pluck away at these proofs as he trips over them in the value bins, and so he's got himself a 96.
And then another 96, except a D.
Business strike. Very nice coin. Full step. No problem. Looks good. So you made 5 coin progress today on your album.
And then 2 random stuff.
And then a couple of little tokens. I was actually, my first priority going into the show, sometimes you just run short on supplies. And so I needed 1 cent flips, 2x2 cardboards for albums. I've been doing a lot of research. Maybe I can get into that another day over the last 6 months. And a lot of these pennies, I'm putting them in and then I'm popping them out. So I throw it away and I need a new one. So I needed a big stack of those. I got myself 10. Yeah, 10. He had 10 tubes for $3.50, I think. So I got 10 penny tubes, and then I have been buying a few slabbed things, but I'm trying to stay a little more organized rather than packing them all full. And so I got another slab box, and this is generic. I paid $5.50 for this thing. It's a lot cheaper than the NGC or the PCGS ones, and it'll hold all the major brands. You'll fit NGC, PCGS, Annex, whatever brand you got, throw it in there. They all fit together. So if you're collecting by denomination and you're not doing a registry set, you're just collecting certain things, throw them in there. It works great, and it's way cheaper. And then when it comes down to the coins, well, you know what? My little sweetie, she is not here. We're doing this right after bedtime. So we just put her to bed, but she did pretty well at this coin show, and she didn't spend a dime. So this was her big one. She had a dealer. He was so nice. He gave her this George Washington medal, and you know, it's got the stamps, and it's dated July 4th of 72. I think that's a first day of issue stamp, which is why a lot of guys keep them like this. So that's pretty cool. She was in love with this thing, but I don't know what it is. Really, I have no idea what it is. She thought it was cool. It
feels plasticky too.
It's aluminum. It's really lightweight and kind of feels like a toy. What else? She found herself a coin that's actually supposed to have a hole.
It's just foreign. A bunch of this over here is foreign.
Yeah, 1918. I didn't look these up ahead of time, so I apologize, but some of these foreigns are old too, so they're kind of, frankly, they're kind of cool. But here's a 1991 kroner, 10 kroner. I don't know what country used kroner. I don't know. Educate me in the comments. Educate me. Look at that one. Here's another one with a hole. Looks like the same kind of language. Arabic, I think. Is that a date? Let's zoom. There's no way it's 1900. It's in too fine of shape. I was looking for a date, but oh, there it is. 55? Even so, that's pretty cool. 1 piastre. We'll have to look that up. Republic. Oh, it's Libya. Okay. Yeah. Okay. She got an Indian head cent as well. 1901. Let's see. 1988. Nigeria. 10 kobo. And last but not least, this was kind of cool. If you ever see this style of eagle, it's usually Germany. I'll flip it over. Yeah. Deutsch Reich. 1908. 10 Pfennig. But 1908. So this thing's 115 years old. Pretty cool for a freebie bin for a little girl. I only got 3 coins myself, but they were cool coins. And so this is a beautifully toned obverse, 1963, extremely common year Franklin. And it is in a PCGS slab at only MS64. That is not the type of grade that will impress anybody or on this year. But look at the toning. That's why I bought it. This cost about whatever somebody paid to have that graded. Someone lost on this deal, but I won. I love it. It's a cool coin. I'm happy to have it. Beautifully toned. And then I found another beautifully toned Franklin, 1954 this time. A little older, but you can see this one has more edge toning. It has not swamped the coin yet, so that's beautiful. It's probably in that same range, 63, 64, but that toning may push it over to 64 for a grader that likes color. The bell lines look very nice on this. Let's see if we can get it zoomed. It probably would hit full bell based on what I'm seeing right here. Yeah. I think that's a pretty common year and a pretty easy year to get full bell line, but it's cool nonetheless. I'm very happy to have it. And then the last thing that I have here, as I was saying, I've been really caught on one thing over the last 6 months, and it's been 1909 cents. I haven't talked about it much on the channel. I haven't made a lot of videos on the channel at all. But this is a cool little research that I've been involved in, and it involves a 1909 VDB, and there are two reverses on the VDBs. There's a Type 1 and a Type 2. This one is a Type 2 reverse, and it's got a couple of cool characteristics. So I'm going to see if I can zoom well here for you without too much reflection. But if you look close at Liberty, you can see this has the die chip characteristics that you would expect to see on an FS 1102. It fools a lot of people to be a DDO FS 1102, but it's not. But it has identical die chips. Filled in B, filled in R, and a little bit of below the R is also filled in. And so you'll see those die chips right there as one of the giveaways if you're hunting for one. But the reason why this coin is cool is not the die chips. I want you to look close at United. You see there's a lot of scattered bumps and extra texture there on the N. It's basically between the U and the I of United. We believe in this research group that this is probably a rusty die that had some inclusions in the metal when it was hubbed. And I'm doing my best to show you here without too much glare or too much... let's see if I can get a little bit tighter here. It's not really coming in clear when I zoom like that for you. But anyway, it's good, and it's got... There it is. There's some texture. It almost looks like sand. You know, maybe like casting sand or just an inclusion somewhere in that die. And it comes through on the strike. So keep your eye out for these. It may end up being something if we get a listing on it. But my belief is that this is a rusty die from one or two different causes. And we're just doing a little research on that and seeing if we can get some attention drawn to it. You can find those in pretty rough condition all the way up to BU, so take your pick. But that's it for us today. That's what me and Junior did at the show. And we will see you guys in the next one. So
Bye.
Junior says bye. We'll see you guys later. If you don't mind giving us a thumbs up and leaving a comment down below. Tell us what you like on the table. We'll see you guys in the next one. Happy hunting.